Australia will spend an additional $50 billion on warships, drones and missiles. Defence will get an extra $50 billion over the next decade as part of a shake-up of the Australian military, unveiling a national defence strategy and $330 billion investment program in a major speech last Wednesday. Thank you, and welcome to this channel. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and click the bell icon to receive a notification when new content is released. Australia's defence spending will reach 2.4% of GDP, which is even higher than the NATO members' expected per capita spending. Annual funding for defence will surpass $100 billion in a decade. The government will cut other defence programs under a $22.5 billion reprioritization over the next 4 years to help pay for drones and long-range strike missiles. Warships, missiles and drones. Defence Minister Richard Marles outlined increased spending on ships and shipbuilding as part of what he said was the largest growth in military spending since 1949. Over the next 4 years, a further $1 billion will be spent on long-range strikes, targeting, and autonomous systems. $300 million over the next 4 years will be pumped into drone and counter-drone capabilities, with the defense minister pointing to their use in the Ukrainian war. The funding boost comes at the cost of planned upgrades to defense facilities in Canberra, worth $1.4 billion, which will instead be reinvested in bases including in Northern Australia. ADF recruitment drive. The strategy also calls for widening the eligibility criteria for the Defence Force to bolster recruitment. This includes potentially allowing non-Australian citizens to sign up and encouraging defence personnel to serve longer through retention initiatives. Mr. Marles said about 600,000 New Zealanders live in Australia, which is an obvious place to look for recruits. There is certainly an interest around the Pacific in respect of that. Delayed acquisition. This is set to include a $3 billion cost saving by delaying the possible acquisition of a 4th squadron of F-35 aircraft under the Joint Strike Fighter program. The acquisition of 2 large support vessels for the Navy has been deemed no longer a priority and will not be carried out, saving $120 million. Conclusion. The Defence Minister said that, in a much less certain world, Australia needed transformational capabilities to resist coercion and maintain its way of life. Thanks for visiting this YouTube channel. Visit globaldefensecorp.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok.